Hey, how's it going? I'm Dave Lisowski, and this is How to Win with Video. In this episode, I'm joined by Aron, the owner of Checkmate Media. Aron was featured in episode 1, The State of Video in 2021, and that was just a snippet of the full interview that we did, which is what you're going to be seeing in this episode. Aron is crushing it on LinkedIn. At the time of this interview, he attributed about 30% or more of his sales to coming from LinkedIn, and about 70% of those LinkedIn sales to the videos that he was posting consistently. If you haven't figured it out by now, a lot of this conversation is going to be focused on that. How to post video effectively on LinkedIn, what types of videos to post on LinkedIn, how to get started, how to overcome a fear of getting on camera for the first time. If you're like most people and you've never used LinkedIn for anything more than an online resume, and you've been hearing that it's the place to be if you're trying to do B2B business networking, but you don't know where to get started, then tune in for this, because there's a ton of actionable tips and advice on just getting started doing exactly that. Some of the things that you're going to hear us talk about in this interview include the best ways to be using LinkedIn, why LinkedIn is better than Facebook, the massive opportunity that is on LinkedIn and why you need to be creating videos there, the similarities between LinkedIn and in-person networking, how to start creating video if you are uncomfortable being on camera, the power of small wins, what the hell it means to give value, and how teaching people to do what you do can actually increase your sales. We're going to jump right into it with Aron talking about how LinkedIn is the only professional B2B social platform and the 3 ways that he sees how people can use it. Here we go. Aron, you've been talking about how, it's getting people to understand the gaps in communication and really getting them to start thinking kind of in a way that a video strategist or a video consultant might be thinking. So I know that you've been putting out tons and tons and tons of, we'll call them value videos on social media. And specifically, I know you've really been doubling down on LinkedIn. So first thing I'll ask is, why LinkedIn?
Yeah, most definitely. So LinkedIn, we know right now, is the only professional B2B platform out there, right? And it's been out for a while. It's been out for what, almost 15 years? And
I was going to say 10, but
I think 2005 was when the inception of LinkedIn. So a lot of people are really seeing now how it's transformed from a job platform. Hey, I'm looking for a job. Here's my resume. Look at me. To more of a business-to-business platform where people are networking more, right? I tell people all the time that LinkedIn has 3 functions to it. Getting a job, here's my resume, looking for work. Networking, and looking to expand my network, meet new people and learn about their business, see how it can help. And then leading into that, from that networking, becomes lead generation. Hey, I have a video business. You might need video services at one point. I'm that guy.
You totally will need it.
Yeah, most definitely. So it becomes a matter of, so LinkedIn, is that professional platform. I think they're much better than Facebook in terms of, meeting new people. And
it
really
seems like an echo chamber anymore, man. You shout out and you get back exactly what you're saying, right?
Right.
So LinkedIn, I use LinkedIn. I use LinkedIn not nearly as strongly, great word there, as you do. So tell me, where is that main difference? So when you're, like we just said, Facebook's kind of an echo chamber. LinkedIn, way different? Or is it kind of similar, but more in like a business aspect?
Totally different. Yeah. And that comes from the intentions, right? Mm-hmm. I could post the same video. So if I post how to win with video, right?
Nice.
Great title, right? I'm a genius.
Very SEO friendly.
If you put out that title, how to win with video, you put out that video that, hey, here's 3 things you need to learn to really make a powerful video and get leads. Post that on Facebook. I'll get 10 friends say, hey, that was a great video, cool video. You know, maybe one person that owns a business that says, hey, great video, I'm going to use this in my business. And then maybe auntie saying, hey, you've grown so much. Grandma saying, great job, buddy.
So proud of you.
So proud of you. And you know, maybe some colleagues saying good stuff.
Yeah.
I post that same video on LinkedIn, and maybe I might not even get as much comments, but I'm going to get, you know, John's trucking business saying, hey, you're right. I really need to implement this into my business. You know, Shirley's accounting firm saying,
classic Shirley.
Yeah, this is a great video, and leaving a like. How do, you know, what are some more videos that I can implement? Then leave that in the comments. And then I'll get a message of someone that didn't comment saying, hey, we need to set up a meeting.
Yep. That's the hidden power of that is
right.
So many people get caught up in the vanity metrics of posting things out to socials.
Right.
And when they don't see these vanity metrics coming up, they get burnt out and they're like, nobody cares. I'm done.
Right.
But, you know, here you are, you're posting things. And if to anyone who's listening or watching and has never had that behind the scenes message come in, that when that first happens, that's like, it all clicks. It all makes sense because you realize all of a sudden that people are watching, people aren't engaging, but they're watching and they're processing what you're saying. You know, like you could have 100 views and one comment, but if in those 100 views, there was one person who saw it resonated and they're going to message you because they're interested, that holds a lot more weight than 1,000 views and 50 comments of just people saying, good job, proud of you, you've grown, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, dude, you've been doing it for a while now, right? How consistent, How long have you been doing it consistently?
Consistently, I started really being consistent with video on LinkedIn kind of mid of last year. So July. So I guess the last 6 months.
Okay.
I've been really consistent on LinkedIn. And I think a good 60 to 70% of, you know, the business I generated from LinkedIn is strictly because I've been posting videos.
Yeah.
You know, I still reach out to people. I still comment, you know, engage with people's content. So, but the content that I create, 99% of people on LinkedIn don't create content.
Yeah, which is a shocking statistic, but very much a real statistic.
Right. They're lurkers. They send messages. They're using the platform a lot differently than most, or well, it's a minority. They're using the platform differently.
Which is crazy when you realize how many posts you see in your feed anyway. And for all of that, there is an overwhelming majority that are there, but not even saying anything. It makes you really realize.
That's really cool about the content that you create. And this is why people need to take advantage of video on LinkedIn, and just not even just video, just content in general, but video more specifically, because we know it's the most powerful way of communicating. Mm-hmm. But your content stays on someone's timeline for weeks. It's amazing. Yeah.
It really
I posted videos and I've got engagement 3 weeks later.
You don't get that on Facebook
anywhere. You don't get that on any other platform other than LinkedIn, because there's so much content being created. It's not as saturated. Yeah. So this is the time where people need to really take advantage of that. Take advantage of creating content. create a 60-second video introducing yourself, letting people know who you are, get people a taste of your personality, because when that happens, now your network isn't just a number, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not another name in someone's LinkedIn network or a number in someone's LinkedIn network. You become a real person that people can reach out to, that people can connect with, that they can ask questions and really get to know you as a person. That's what networking is, right? Yeah. When you go to a networking event, you're not just there saying, hey, I wonder if someone will walk up to me. You don't just stand in the corner and say, I'm another number in this networking event. Yeah. I hope someone reaches out to me.
Well, that's a good way to visualize it, though, because you go to a networking event pre-COVID, if you go out and there's 100 people there, we'll say, and you're just standing there with a drink, talking to not initiating any conversation, not walking up to people, and you're just hoping that someone walks up to you and you get business out of it. If you leave at the end of the night thinking, man, that really sucked, I'm not getting any business, nobody came up to me, you can immediately understand that's ridiculous.
Right? But now, if you take that exact visualization, now imagine yourself in a big room with 1,000 people. That 1,000 people are in a giant room, networking event. Now, people that don't create content, people that aren't networking on LinkedIn, they're just on LinkedIn, just there. Those are the people standing in the corner, right? Then you have the people that are commenting on people's posts. People are messaging people. Those are the people that are out mingling, saying, what do you do? Hey, here I am. And they're conversing, they're networking. Now, when you create video content consistently, you're doing all that, but now you have a giant TV in the middle of the conference that tells people that you're an expert and you're good at what you do. And that video is consistently rolling. Everyone's looking at that video saying, hey, where is that guy? Hey, I want to talk to that guy, right? He seems to know what he's doing. So creating content is having a Jumbotron in the middle of a networking event.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Who wouldn't want the Jumbotron, man? Come on.
If you don't want the Jumbotron, you're doing things wrong.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the crazy part is that some people wouldn't want the Jumbotron because they're too nervous to be in front of a crowd of people like that. So if we're taking that back into the literal sense of, okay, maybe some people understand how important it is to put yourself out there, but they're just afraid of video. They're afraid of being on video. What do you say to those people?
Right. I think it becomes a matter of, I said to that person, are you out talking to people in real life? What are you doing sales? If you're a salesperson, you don't like people, if you don't like talking in front of crowds, I'm sorry, you might be in the wrong business. You might be in the wrong position. Yeah. Get your sales team to create video, right?
Yep.
I would hope you have a sales team if you don't like doing sales yourself, right?
Yeah.
Then it becomes an issue of, are you right for doing business?
Right. Yeah.
Harsh realities, but that's how it is.
But I think you made a good point where you're saying if you are in a business and maybe you started it, you run everything, but you don't like being the face, get someone that's part of your team to do it. Right. That's completely understandable because I worked with it for an agency at one point where they had two owners, and one was way more like head down, get stuff done, a lot of the internal operations and everything. And the one was way more like sales, outgoing, having the conversations, being the face, and had a nice balance, and it worked out.
Right.
And the one that was head down was completely fine with letting the other owner like go out there and do it. So I think it's finding that balance. I guarantee you, if you have a business and you have a team, there is someone on the team who is interested in just diving in with video, whether they know about how to do it or not. If they have that enthusiasm, let go of the leash, you know?
Right, exactly. So whoever the face of the business is needs to be doing video. But that being said, if you're not comfortable being in front of the camera, that's understandable, 100%. Like me, you don't always have your best days, right? I wasn't always comfortable being in front of the camera, and that's why I kind of started doing video. I didn't want to be in front of the camera. I wanted to be behind it, right?
Look at you now.
But now, I'm in front of the camera. Most people these days, they're doing Zoom. They're in front of a camera. I'm sorry. Yeah. Do the same thing, be in front of your webcam, talk to your network. If you're out there networking, it's the same thing. Yeah.
I think a lot of people get in their head where they are giving a presentation when they're doing video. And the difference between that headspace and what we're doing now is we're just having a conversation now. We're talking, we're letting it fly a little bit, but it's stuff that we know about. And so for people who don't like that presentation aspect of getting on camera, like you said, hop on with a colleague, get on camera with someone in your network and just hit record, because you're going to talk at some point about things that you are passionate about or very knowledgeable about, and you can put out there. And I think for people who do have that struggle getting over that barrier, that's just a decent way to start posting things out to LinkedIn or to their socials, is like almost do it in a podcast type format or a video series type format. Fair assessment?
Yeah, most definitely. Have conversations. It's not always about, here's 10 ways to grow your business using video. Step 1, do this. You don't have to be that formal. I have videos where it's not me talking to the camera. It's me talking to another person, and the camera's there, and it feels very conversational. And then I have videos as well that are talking directly to the audience, saying you need to do this, or you're not doing video right. So there are different ways of doing video, 100%, and video content, especially if you're posting on places like LinkedIn, like Facebook, Instagram even. Have conversations with people, or have conversations with another person. Say, hey, we need to do a Zoom call and talk about video for an hour, and we'll record it, and then I'm gonna send it to my editor or cut it up myself using free video software like DaVinci Resolve, which is free, at least its basic version, which is still super powerful.
Yeah.
And learn basic video editing, which isn't hard. To just cut it up, cut the beginning of your conversation, cut the end of your conversation,
and let it print,
and post it on LinkedIn. Easy peasy.
But here's the thing: it sounds so easy. It sounds so like basic, and people hearing might be like, "No way." But even if you just do that, you're ahead of 99% of other people that aren't posting anything.
Most definitely, yeah. So I always say, done is better than perfect, right?
Yep. I would rather rather than taking the time to get something from 80% to 100%, I'd rather get the next thing to 80% and then the next thing and the next thing, Yeah. Obviously there's situations where that doesn't, you need to get close to perfection with certain things.
Right.
Client projects and all that. But like if you're, when there's a volume game involved, like I've found, and I'm sure you'll agree, most times getting it to that, well, this is done factor is fine. Because you said done, not perfect. I think that's
right. And most of my videos that I post on LinkedIn, they're not perfect. They're not even close because I don't have the time to make them perfect.
Exactly.
And people might see them a couple times. You gotta make, man. Yeah, like I can add all these effects. I can color grade them. You know, I can shoot in flat in Vlog. I could add a ton of B-roll. I can do so much stuff with these videos, but it doesn't
you have to.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. They're going to see it once. These are micro videos, right? Mm-hmm. For macro type videos, like we were talking about earlier, like a testimonial video business card, things that you're going to use, specifically in your sales process over and over again. Those are the macro videos that need to look really good. Those need to be polished. Those need to have the color grading, have effects,
There's a certain threshold for how much use something's going to get and how close it is to the core of your business or brand, where it holds a little more weight, and it's got to get closer to perfect. Right.
Right. Exactly. So it becomes a matter of, knowing the difference between a macro video and a micro video. And those micro videos just create, bring people into your world, bring people into the experiences of working with you. If you're a really, fun loving person whose business falls on the back of customer service, show that in your videos, right?
Yeah.
Even if you're a plumber, if you're, and you see something really cool at work, pull out your phone, right? Everyone has a 4K camera in their pocket. Every single person. Unless you're using a flip phone. It's 2020 and you're using a flip phone, then maybe it might be a little bit tough to do that. But if you have a phone from the last 5 years, which I would say 95% of people do, you have a 4K camera in your pocket. Pull that out, show people, hey, I did this really cool thing at work today. Post it to LinkedIn, post it to Instagram.
Yep. Right? I've seen stuff get like thousands of shares, that is just like crazy engagement. And it's not one of those polished videos. It's something that's just shot on a cell phone, not even like edited, just cut, Yeah. And it's because it's context. It's not just about the video, which is something that's huge that we haven't really touched on it too much, but the video is just the tool, the video is the means to get across whatever you need to put across. And that's what's got to be good, because you can make a crazy polished 100% perfect video, but if the context and the message sucks, it's not going to do much for you. So tell me about how important it is to be saying the right thing and how that's more important than making the video top notch.
Yeah, most definitely. So, it is all about the context. How are you adding value to someone's life and taking them from, hey, I didn't consider that, to maybe I might implement this in my business, right? That's where you want to take people. And that's where I like to take people is, I never thought of that to, hey, you're right. Yeah. I like to be right. So, so, if I can take someone to, I've met people on LinkedIn that have never created video. And now, they've seen my videos. I've talked to them. I've given them the tools to create a video themselves, and now they're creating videos, right? They're taking it into their own hands. It's not, and I'm not out there saying, hey, you have to do videos with me or you're not going to succeed, right? Yeah. Do videos or just don't just do videos. I don't care if you do them with me or not. I know it's going to change your business in a dramatically. right?
Yeah.
So it's not about, necessarily generating leads. It's giving people the right tools to be successful. And I know at the end of the day, if you become too busy to create your own videos, or now you've seen the power of video because you've done them yourself, now you need macro videos that are going to change your business even further and really be an integral part of your sales process. I know you need to do them professionally. So are you going to go to John Smith's videography company, or are you going to go to the guy that gave you all the tools and the motivation and all the types of videos you need to create, all the type of micro videos that you need to create? And that just happens to be me.
Not John Smith. He ain't doing that.
Yeah, John Smith's not creating videos. He's showing off. He's telling you how cool his company is. He's showing you his red camera. Yeah. He's not giving you value, right? So LinkedIn, for any type of business, it's about giving value and giving people the opportunity to make educated buying decisions, because no one wants to talk to a salesperson until they're ready to buy.
Yeah, no, that's 100%. Yeah, you don't do the research. You don't count on a salesperson to give you the information you're hoping to research. Right. You expect it to be biased. You're going to do the research on your own beforehand. And even if the research you do beforehand is watching testimonials from the company, you still feel like you're doing it yourself even more than a salesperson might do, Right. But Aron, you've used the phrase add value or give value quite a few times, and adding value is this is my year of trying to veer away from add value, because it's become such a buzzword. And I feel like a lot of people don't even know. They just hear it and we're conditioned to be like, oh yeah, no, yeah, 100%. So give me
this is valuable.
Yeah, right. That sounds valuable. I like that. So give me your meaning of when you say you're giving value or you're adding value to these people with your videos. What does that mean? What does that look like?
So adding value to me, what that looks like is taking someone that had no idea about something or how to use something, or I'm transforming their life, and whether that's in a huge way or that's in a tiny way, right? You can give an example of a video I created that you're using LinkedIn wrong, right?
Yeah,
that was a video that I put out. That was my best performing video.
That was a good one.
And that video, where you had a lot of people that had no idea that you should be creating content on LinkedIn and video content on LinkedIn.
Or at least no idea of the magnitude of what it could do for them.
Right, exactly. So now you take them from, hey, I had no idea that LinkedIn can be used that way, using video, to, hey, you're right, maybe I should do that. Or, hey, you're right, now I'm going to do that. Right? I don't need to transform their business entirely so dramatically, but if I spark an idea that allows them to take action, then I've done my job.
Yeah. I like that.
Right? So adding value to me is transforming someone's life in a certain way, right?
Yeah. I think it's good to hear, and it's refreshing to hear you say that it doesn't need to be a huge transformation. It can be a small transformation. I'm a firm believer in the power of small wins and building momentum with small wins, because a lot of people look for that huge victory. They're looking for the next huge deal or the next transformative moment in their career. And if you're just searching for that, it often takes a while to get to that point. And in the meantime, you're either going to burn out, you're going to get discouraged. And so the power that small wins and small transformations can have on somebody is huge. And I think more people should realize that, because here you just connected the dots of saying adding value online, just doing your thing, is giving people these small transformations. It's giving them that momentum to go and start making changes for themselves that maybe they are, that's putting them in the direction of where they want to be.
Right.
So when you have that through line, all of a sudden adding value is really impactful.
Exactly. And if you watch, and I use Gary Vee as an example because he's someone I follow. Mm-hmm. If you watch all of Gary Vee's videos, you'd be extremely grateful. You would have a lot of gratitude, but also tactically, you'd be able to add an extra $1,000 to $2,000 to your income. You might be able to grow a marketing agency. There's a lot of value that Gary Vee gives away for free. Mm-hmm. So much value. And if you're paying attention, there's a lot of things that he's giving people that you can tactically use, whether you're huge marketing agency or you're someone right out of college that's looking to get a job but can't find one, right? Or looking to add extra income but can't find one.
Yep.
Right. So he's provided so much value, and on a smaller scale, me, for example, if you watch all my videos, a bunch of different videos that you can create that will transform your business. You know how to use them. You know where to put them. You know what to say in those videos.
Back them up, man. You got right? perks on perks.
There's so much for me. To what I believe, there's so much value if you watch all of my videos and you actually implement everything that I'm saying. There's so much value there that you don't even need me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But that's the thing.
You can take those, you could buy a $500 camera, create those videos yourself, and implement them the way I've told you in my free videos. And you'd see very similar results to if you hired me yourself.
Right.
And that might seem counterproductive, but what that does, that gives people the opportunity to see how much what I know about video and how I can you're going to do for them.
And by seeing that, they could, like you said, they could definitely go buy a $500 camera, do it themselves. But by seeing that whole path, that whole knowledge, the chain of knowledge that would be required to make that final product really, really good, it's almost like seeing that makes them realize the value that you have. If you're charging X thousands of dollars for a video, sometimes that gives some sticker shock to people, but all of a sudden you've put out these value videos that really it's a two-way transaction. They're getting the knowledge. They're going to be able to make these incremental changes, but then at the same time, they are seeing what you're worth.
Precisely. And you could use another example of, there's so many, for example, I'm going to get an oil change this week, right? If I go on YouTube, there are maybe hundreds of how to change your oil in your car. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I might do something wrong, but those videos exist. And I guarantee you, if your local mechanic put out how to change your oil, they're not going to lose business by creating that video. If anything, they're going to gain business, and they're going to get more authority over, Joe Schmo's. The other oil change business. If I'm looking at two mechanics and I go and Google Vancouver oil change, right? And I see one has a how to change your own oil video on their website and one doesn't. I'm going to go to the guy that's telling me how to do it, because not because I'm going to do it myself, but because this guy knows how to change oil.
And because
he showed me how to do it.
Knowing that he knows how to do it. Yeah,
he showed me how to do it. If you could teach someone how to do something, then you know how to do it.
Exactly.
That's how it goes, right? Yeah. So give away the secret sauce, they say. Yep. And because it's only going to do you more business. It's only going to get you more business.
I can't argue with that, man. I mean, it's done well for you. How much, like, rough percentage wise of your business that came in 2020 came from LinkedIn?
About 30% of my business came in from LinkedIn. Yeah.
You only started halfway through the year.
Halfway through the year, like consistently. Like I was doing some videos in the beginning of the year, here and there. But I wasn't focusing on it at all. But now, through the last 6 months, I guess 6 months to a year, at this point, LinkedIn has become, it's an oasis of access, right?
Nice.
So the people that you did not have access to a year ago or before LinkedIn, now you have access to them, right? Yeah. It's like how Twitter broke down the barrier of access to celebrities. It's the same thing. You now, with LinkedIn, you have access to CEOs. You have access to heads of businesses. You have access to HR departments, salespeople, people that you might not meet going into a networking event. Now, this has created so much opportunity for B2B businesses to connect with each other. And it's not just about lead generation. It's about building strong relationships and perhaps even referral partners, right?
Yeah, because if you go into it, I feel like just looking for the next client or the next paycheck, one, you're in a wrong headspace already, but two, right. I feel like that gets exhausting, because every single effort and every single conversation is, okay, is this person going to buy from me? How can I sell to them? If you go into it and there's just, genuine conversations with people and you're benefiting each other, but maybe not directly monetarily, that keeps that just gives you some diversity in the interactions you're having on the platform.
Precisely. Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. I mean, LinkedIn is, and I think it's definitely still growing. It's not even touched yet. Like, there's so many businesses that I've interacted with over the last little bit that aren't on LinkedIn, are looking to go on LinkedIn, don't know how to start on LinkedIn. And it's becoming a place where, people are just starting to realize its potential and value.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's the wild.
If you're not on LinkedIn, create a LinkedIn account. Follow me, Aron Sawyers.
Plugging it.
Shameless plug, right? Aron with 1A, ARON.
There it is. I'll make sure it's spelled everywhere for everyone to know. Go follow Aron. Go connect with Aron. Go buy stuff from Aron.
Hey, you don't have to buy stuff from me.
Evidently, you can learn everything you need to from Aron.
Learn everything you need to learn. I'm someone that a free resource that someone could just message me. Hey, I'm looking to get started with LinkedIn. What's the first thing I need to know?
Yeah.
Right.
What is the first thing they need to know?
I was just about to answer my own question. There you go. Yeah. So the first thing you need to know on LinkedIn when creating content is just put out frequently asked questions. Just do it. Your first video, your first 3 videos that you need to create on LinkedIn. right? First 3 videos, introductory video, let people know who you are. It doesn't need to be fancy. Be in front of your webcam and say, hey, it's me. Hey, LinkedIn, put in the caption, first LinkedIn post that kills, and say, hey, LinkedIn family, Aron Sawyers. I run a video production agency in Vancouver, Canada. And this is what I do to help people. Over the next year, I'm going to be creating some really cool videos. I would love to connect with anyone that might have questions about video. But if you don't have any questions, I'd love to see a like, a comment, or even a share, right? Take care, LinkedIn family. Love to connect with you soon. Boom. First video. Second video is frequently asked questions. A frequently asked question. What are people wondering about your business? Or what are people asking about your business just so often that you hate talking about it at that point? Or something that's really people need to understand about your business, right? Frequently asked questions. What is that one question, right? Talk about that. Create a 1 minute, 90-second video. Hey, LinkedIn family, people ask me all the time, what is my process about video? Here's my process. We do a deep dive, we do a storyboard, we edit it, we produce it, we edit it, we help you implement it into your business. Boom. That's your second video. Third video are things that people need to know to make buying a no-brainer, right? Something that if they just understood it, things that people just don't understand about your business. And if they just understood it, then it will make buying easier for them, right? So, hey, LinkedIn family, me again, Aron Sawyers from Checkmate Media. People are always asking me, hey, video is so hard to make, but to me, I tell them, hey, it's not so hard. You have a camera in your pocket, create video. You have 2 types of video that you need to create: macro videos and micro videos. If you're creating micro videos, post them on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, all the platforms. If you're creating micro videos, these need to be implemented into your sales process. Top of the funnel are going to be ad videos. Middle of the funnel are going to be video business cards, testimonials. End of the funnel are going to be process videos. Boom. 3 videos. Those are your first 3 videos. Post that every week, and rinse and repeat. Frequently asked questions, and things, and need to know videos.
Yeah. People don't know what they don't know. And so if you're the one that's giving them some insight to your business, your industry, the way that things run, you're presenting them with this new information. Like you said before, of course, they're going to come back to you when it's time to buy or time to tackle that type of project,
Right. Precisely.
Love it. Well, dude, I mean, I think you've just laid out the entire blueprint for LinkedIn for everyone for 2021. They've at least got their first week and a half's worth of content.
They have 3 weeks worth of video right there. If they're not doing it, you should be. If you don't want to do it, if you're like, hey, video is not going to work for me, bah humbug, then you're doing it wrong. Your competition is going to be creating videos very soon. And if you're not there creating videos, like I said with the mechanic example, they're going to go to your competition because they feel that your competition knows better. They have higher value videos. And if you're creating value if you're not creating value for your prospects or answering their questions before they even talk to you, they're somewhere else.
Yeah, that's it. It's so to bring it full circle, man, like you said, video is not just a nice to have thing anymore. It's a need to have, because if you don't have it, people are going to go elsewhere. Most definitely. Yeah. That's it at the end of the day,
100%. Yeah. No one, everyone hates salespeople. Like it's 2020. I never want to talk to a salesperson until until I know that I'm going to spend money. Otherwise, I'm doing my research. I'm looking at videos. I'm on YouTube. I'm on their Facebook. I'm on their LinkedIn, looking for reasons why I should buy and reasons why, looking at their customers most importantly, right?
That's it. So if you are someone that is thinking, what the hell types of videos am I going to make for my business? Put yourself in the shoes of someone who's going to be buying something. What videos and what information do you need to know and do you need to see to push you over the edge to say, yeah, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to talk to that salesperson now. And that's what you got to make.
Right. That's it. Yeah. What do your clients need to know to make buying a no-brainer?
Yep. Well, dude, I think you've laid it out pretty damn well. And if anyone is still curious about how to get started, my first tip is just do it. Just don't think about it. Stop thinking about it. Count down from 3 and you'll start recording and you'll hate it, but then you'll have traction. And if my second thing is, if you are still struggling, Aron's given you all his information. He's given you
all for free. It's all there. It's all there. Just
go follow him and go hit him up.
Most definitely. Yeah.
So there you have it. There is insanely massive opportunity on LinkedIn if you are just willing to take the dive and get started with it. My biggest takeaway from the conversation with Aron is that the most important part of a content strategy of any kind is just getting started and taking imperfect action. Because if you are constantly waiting for that perfect opportune moment to get started or to make a video or to post something out, you are going to be waiting forever. Once you get that initial traction and you feel the momentum, that's going to be able to carry you so much through consistently creating and posting things, because it just gets easier with time. You probably heard Aron say how he started doing video because he wanted to be behind the camera. And now he finds himself in front of the camera and in people's news feeds all the time. A lot of my clients will tell me that they do not want to get on camera or they're nervous about it, but then they start doing it and then they say how they can't wait to get on video even more. So we've given you all the tips, all the actionable advice that you need to get started. Now the question is, are you going to do it? Or are you going to wait until your competitors do and they get that Jumbotron before you ever get the chance? If you liked what Aron had to say, go connect with him on LinkedIn, because he does post this stuff out there all the time. And it is super valuable now that we've figured out what that means. If you're someone who's already been creating content and posting it out on LinkedIn, leave a comment letting everybody know what's been working for you. And if you are someone who is thinking about getting started and you've been looking for that kick in the ass that you need, let me know what piece of Aron's advice resonated most and that you're going to take and just run with to get started. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure to give a thumbs up, leave one of those comments, and also, if you're not already, subscribe, because we've got a ton more videos like this coming out, and we're putting them out now on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you're listening in on Spotify or your other favorite audio podcasting platform, leave us a nice review, because that is nice. And while you're doing all that, go connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm David Lisowski over there, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at EntrepreneurBra. So I hope you liked episode 10. We're in the double digits now, and I've got awesome plans moving forward. We've got more awesome guests lined up, but I want to know too what you want to see next. So let me know, leave a comment, shoot me a message. I would love to hear it. If you haven't yet, make sure to go check out the episodes that are already out. Stay tuned for the next one that's coming. And in the meantime, drink lots of water, be nice to people, and keep on winning with video.